Guys, so I already washed my face, prepped and primed it, and moisturized my lips, so let's just jump right into it. Starting off with the Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Neutral, I'm just going to take it over my eyelids, and this is just going to cancel out any veins, any darkness, just kind of prepping it for my shadow to go on smooth. Then we're going to go in with some Scotch tape, and I'm going to cut two little pieces right here. I'm making it tacky on the back of my hand so it doesn't rip my skin, and very lightly I'm just going to angle it and put it on the sides of my eye. And what this is going to do is it's going to make the shadow look very crisp and angled. So repeat on the other side and just get the angles as even as possible on both sides. I'm going to take my Anastasia pomade in the shade Soft Brown, and with my Morphe setting spray just put some in there so it lasts long. I'm going to comb up my eyebrows here, and what I'm going to start to do is just to fill any area that has gaps and just making my eyebrows looking as soft and natural as possible while brushing them up. Now the hero of the look in this makeup is going to be the eyes, so I want there to be less concentration on the brows but making them look as even as possible. I'm going to take my Tarte brow gel right here, and I'm very lightly going to comb my hair through, so making it look natural without any harshness and just lifting up the hairs. Now I'm going to take the new Morphe Hit the Lights palette, and with that pink shade right there, I'm going to take a soft kind of stippling brush and just start off on the outer corners right here and start to build up the sides and the crease of my eye. So we want the pink to lightly build and go up, so we're kind of doing a V shape going back and forth and making it blend into the eye as much as possible. We're going to repeat on the other eye right here and just start to formulate an outline for the eye. So now right here, I'm just going to add a little bit more, and I'm just going to keep picking up more product until my liking and just build more on the outer edges, and then just bringing it in super softly. So repeating that on the other eye until my liking. I'm going to take more of a small pencil brush with this reddish kind of pink shade right there. I'm going to take it again on the outer edges because that's where the majority of the deeper color is going to be, and you see how I'm bringing it on the side of the tape almost near my eyebrow, and I'm going to build that up into the pink color that I put right there, and then start bringing it into the inner crease and kind of like the outer third of my eye. So just blending that in and making it blend into the pink as much as possible. Then I'm going to take a clean brush right here, and I'm just going to run it across my eye and diffuse any harshness so it just looks very effortless and very smooth. I'm going to take a flat brush, and this pink kind of purple flecks color right there from the palette, I'm just going to start putting it into the middle, the center of the eye, and from the start of the eye, so it's kind of like the inner third, and I'm just gonna pack it on there, and you see how pretty and vibrant that color is. So just blending it, making it look as smooth as possible. We're just going to blend it out and diffuse it into the pink. Now, since that was a bit purple, I take this other color right here. It's more of a champagne pink because I wanted to draw the pink back into the look. So after that color, more in the center for like a spotlight eye, I go in with that pink just to add that punch in with the purple. Now, we're taking another pink color right here. This is the most vibrant one. It is like a little baby pink right here that is more of a fuchsia, and we're going to take it and just kind of blend it out into the outer corners and inner, and this is what's bringing in the depth. And now taking the clean brush again, I'm going to diffuse out the edges so there is no harsh lines, and just blending it as much as possible. I'm going to go in with this black shade right here with my same pencil brush, and I'm just going to outline the outer part of my eye. So this is kind of like giving myself an eyeliner without an actual eyeliner, and it's just a shadow. And what this does is it's going to bring the depth into it, and it's going to make it look like we put so much more effort than we actually did. So just like that, taking the clean brush again, we're going to take away any kind of harshness from the black, so that way it's blended into the pink and then into the lighter pink and then into the sides. Now I'm going to take off my tape right here, and look how crisp and clean the eye looks. So it's so effortless. Then taking another tapered brush, I'm going to go in with that hot pink color that we just used, and I'm going to take it on my bottom lash line. So I'm just going to connect everything in so it matches with the dramatic top eyelid. Repeat it on both sides and just get that kind of fusion. I'm then going to just line my lid right here, and I'm not going to do a wing. I'm just going to do a very tiny kind of a line on my eye, so it just kind of defines it, because we're going to be putting lashes on, so I want that drama to stay in place. Taking that same black shade on a small tapered pencil brush, I'm just going to run it down through the edge of the lash line where the kind of liner goes, and this is just going to open the eye and connect the top, and it just gives it that really nice kind of effortless smoke. I'm going to repeat it on the other side and then just blend it to the top and the bottom so it's connected very well. Okay, so taking this white shade from the same palette on a flat brush, I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. Now this has pink and blue flexes, so it's really pretty and just gives you that really pretty pop. I'm going to wear falsies off camera, and now I'm back. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean off all the fallout that fell underneath my eyes so it looks nice and crisp. I'm taking my favorite primer oil right here from Smashbox, and I'm just going to put a few little drops on and just blend it into the skin. Now this gives you a very pretty glow without it looking oily or heavy onto the skin, so I'm just blending this throughout and making it as smooth as possible. I'm using another primer from Becca here. This is a glowing primer and it has a little bit of highlight, so I'm taking it to the high points of the face and just kind of blending it out kind of softly to give it that very glowy effect. I'm taking my favorite foundation combination here. I'm mixing in both of them, and with my setting spray and my beauty blender, I'm just going to start building it into the skin and patting it in to any area that needs more, so very small little pounces. I like to work in sections because that way it gives it the best coverage and I can focus on any area that needs more or less. Now I'm going to use my same concealer shade as before, the light neutral, and I'm lightly just going to put underneath the eyes. Now we're going to go for super brightening and just that highlighting kind of effect, so just on the high points of the face. I take it on the sides of my face underneath kind of my natural contour, so we're going to give it that sculpt. I'm taking my LA Girl right here. This is going to be more of a liquid kind of contour, and I'm just going to take it above kind of my contour of my cheeks, a little bit underneath my lip, just building that up right there on my jawline, and I'm gonna take it on the side of my temples as well, just to kind of bring in the look together. So on the high points of the face and on the sides, I'm going to take that, and first I like to take my beauty blender and I work on the lighter area. So anywhere that I put the concealer, I'm just going to blend that out very lightly, pressing into the skin, and you see that amazing brightening effect that it gives you, and it makes the eyeshadow pop even more. So once that's blended out to my liking, I'm going to take the kind of highlight on the sides of my face and I bring it down, because that's the best way to kind of sculpt it and give it that kind of look. Now I'm going to take my It Cosmetics brush. This is actually a foundation brush, so I'm going to take the thicker end, and it's very nice and dense, so that blends out the contour really well. So I'm pushing into the skin, any area, just so that it gives it the most kind of blurred out effect, and just going in light motions and making it look as seamless as possible. So I'm going to take my clean beauty blender right here that has no product, and I'm just going to take away any harshness. I am taking my same kind of contour right here from LA Girl and just putting some straight lines on my nose just to contour it in any area that needs it. So with the same brush right here, I'm going to take the smaller end and just buff out the lines that I made on my nose and making it as smooth as possible. I'm going to take the same beauty blender and take away any kind of harshness on the nose. I'm now going to take my Dermablend loose setting powder and lightly just kind of baking and setting my face. So any area that has harshness, I'm just going to clean up the sides of the face, and look how pretty that sculpt and that jawline kind of looks right here. Pat it on my nose, on my forehead, and just kind of setting it so my face looks matte and staying in put. Now I'm taking my Lorac bronzer. So what I'm doing is I'm double sculpting, and I'm taking the powder right here, and just on any areas that I put the LA Girl contour, I'm going to put it on the same areas, so that way it kind of defines it even more and it gives you that sun-kissed kind of glow. I'm going to take this Clinique blush right here. It's a really pretty kind of pale pink, and I'm taking it on the apples of my cheek and bringing it all the way down sides of my face. So I'm taking that up, and I am going to give it that very pretty kind of flush and some on my nose as well too. Now I'm going to take my Ofra highlighter right here. It's a really pretty gold tone, and it just looks so extremely beautiful and vibrant, and you want to look like a glazed donut. So we're just going to take it all over the face. I'm going to take the tip of the brush and I'm just placing some on my nose, so it just gives it that cute button-like kind of effect. I'm taking this really pretty kind of pinky shade here, and I'm going to take it in the inner corners of my eyes and on my brow bone as well. Let's move on to lips. So I'm going to use my KKW lip liner in the shade Nude 2, and I'm just lining my lips here. I like to overdraw my top lip a little bit just to kind of match it to my bottom lip and make it look as natural and smooth as possible. Now I'm going to take my liquid lipstick here from Jeffree Star in this shade Androgeny, and it's a really pretty kind of matte pink. I'm blending it into the lip liner right here, so it's really nice and smooth. I'm taking my Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Toffee, and I'm just putting that right into the center right here, so it kind of makes the lip look a little bit more nude, and it brings the eyes out even more because the lip looks a bit more muted. And now I'm just kind of blending it in. I take my setting spray from Morphe and set my whole face, and this brings us to the end of the makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this soft pink smoky eye with a bit of a kick and neutral lips. Hope to see you guys soon in my next video.